Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. I thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll subscribe and all that good stuff. Check us out at jazzwealth.com. There's all the marketing. Let's get into the good stuff here. I was thinking about this. Like, what's the number one mistake that you can make when you're out there retirement planning? A lot of people do this, DIY. There's a lot of great tools out there. I'm not discounting that. And I was like, all right, maybe it's investments. No, I could prove that wrong. Maybe it's a withdrawal strategy. No, I could prove that wrong. The biggest mistake is like the most simplest thing because it makes such a big difference over the course of your life. I'm going to share this with you here. I'm going to give you an example. Your spending in retirement. Now, wait, I'm not talking about like how much you spend. I'm talking about how you identify what you're going to spend when you spend it. See, if you're like a DIY planner out there, you're kind of just doing your own thing, making a spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets. It's very hard. Most people, I would say, if I had to guess, I'd say 90% or so people probably don't account for the fact that you're going to spend less in retirement. A lot of the tools that are out there don't allow you to do that. And it's just, common human nature, right? You retire at 60, 65, whatever it is you want to do. Well, then maybe 10 years go by and you have normal expenses and spending and everything. You're enjoying and traveling and hopefully doing all the great stuff you've always wanted to do. But then you get older, and we're all going to get old, so, it's just a part of it. You get older and you go, I just don't want to go out today. I'm going to take up a hobby. There's things I want to do, maybe wood shop stuff around the house or things that you want to do. I'm sort of projecting, right? The things that I would want to do, work on airplanes and stuff, right? And no, needless to say, you're going to spend less. You don't need a car every 5 years, right? You don't have the same home repairs that you did because you probably downsized, so they're probably a little cheaper. Think about that. So as you're making a retirement plan, we do this for all our clients, by the way, and of course, this is marketing and you know it. Think about how that could make the difference between maybe being successful and not outliving your money or not. Let me give you an example here. So I'm going to go over to this screen. This should work out pretty well. Looks good. Here's what we've got. I'm just going to pop over to this section here. I won't spend a lot of time on this, but this is Oscar and Kelly Peterson. Oscar Peterson, famous jazz pianist. Very, very good. If you don't get a chance, look them up. Maybe some good songs out there by Oscar. Anyways, I would consider this a failing plan. So this is the current plan, and we're about to propose some ideas here. I would consider this a failure. Anything under 68% likely is going to fail. And all that means is we're going to hit a point where when we do the normal Monte Carlo simulations, the median's fine. But boy, if some things start going wrong, see how the bottom, get out of the way. See how this bottom side of the projection, you start to run out of money. You ain't dead yet, right? So I consider anything in the 68% or less, that's a failure we need to improve. We got to find something. I got to do my job, right, for a client to not tell them to have to save more money because that's the number one thing I hate doing. So anyways, what can we do here? Well, if you look at their retirement spending, it's $4,300. Most software and spreadsheets and everything, they're just going to say for the rest of your life, every month, you're going to spend $4,300. Now, we have it inflation adjusted here, which just basically means we're going to keep up with inflation. We want to spend $4,300 in today's dollars, no matter how much value they lose. So if inflation's 8% next year, well, we're going to raise that amount by 8%. So we're still spending what $4,300 can spend. Anyways, look at the difference that this can make here. I'm going to come down here real quick and just say, we're going to taper, this is stuff we've come up with here, we added our own scenarios here, but we're going to taper the spending through this person's life. In other words, we're going to say, well, you're going to keep up with inflation, but we realize that each year you might spend a little bit less and less and less, and as you get older, it's going to be a greater amount that you spend less of, right? You with me? So anyways, look at the difference. By just simply accounting for what you're likely to do in life, we've got a lot more confidence in this plan. It was not going to work in the first place. Now we've got a chance that maybe this works. This is just scratching the surface, by the way. We need to talk about Social Security, how you actually pull your money from each individual account. That's a way to add value there. But I need you to think about this because if you are saying, I'm a DIYer, I don't need jazz, I don't need anything else, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to convince everybody to join us, nor do I want to. But if you're out there doing it and you're discouraged because you're a great spreadsheet builder and you're like, I got this thing figured out, but I can't figure out how to make my retirement work. go back in there and actually try to taper off in a very meaningful way how little or how less you're going to spend over time. When a house is paid off and all that stuff happens, you both of you don't need cars if you're married, right? When you're 80 years old, you both are not buying new cars every 5 years. Think about those types of things. You don't have the same trip to Hawaii that you were doing every year in the first couple years of your retirement. So just think that through, because that's a really big mistake, and now you see the big difference that it can actually make there. So hope you'll check that out. And really dial that in. This is the kind of thing we love to do. We love to teach while we're planning, teach while we're advising, right? We work with investors of all sizes, and we're not just focused on retirement. Anything that can help you with your dough. We're your right-hand man, woman, and other guy, 2 girls, my daughter, and my brother-in-law, Charlie. So we're all here. We're happy to help, and I hope you'll check us out. If not, I hope this was helpful. Just get the brain spinning a little bit. Go back, check out what you can do, adjust it. Maybe you throw us a subscribe. I don't know. Sometimes you might just want to hit the button, and these things happen. So enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for watching.
Hey, wait! Before you go watch one of our other great videos, have you had a chance to see our new Fin Tips videos? They focus on one topic at a time, covering investing, personal finance, and anything that can quickly help you with your dough. Best of all, we'll keep it real short, because we know time is money.